Oh, I've talked to so many people, and they will believe the devil's lie that, it's really going to be better for the kids that we get divorced because we're just fighting all the time, and they don't need to be caught in the crosshairs of that, and so it's going to be good for the kids. Now, what are you smoking, pal? It's not going to be good for the kids that you get divorced. God hates divorce. It tears people apart. It tears families apart. It creates a wound in that child. I got invited to Bellevue Baptist Church to attend a conference with 50 other pastors with Dr. Adrian Rogers. I think he only did 2 conferences before he died, and so we were very privileged to get to go to one of those and just spend time. It was intimate time, just 50 of us with Adrian. And one of the things that he talked to us about, he talked about the sin of adultery. And he talked about how adultery in the ministry just devastates not only a family, but devastates a church family. And he said to us guys, he says, guys, think it through. He said, you know what I want you to do? I want you to think through and write a letter to your wife and to your kids, talking to them about your adultery. He said, just think through. What would that be like? How would you present that to them? What would you say? You're on this side of it. You haven't committed that sin, but you're looking at it. What is the devastation that would cause your wife and your children? He went on to say that a man who commits adultery says to his children 4 things, 4 messages that come across. Number 1, kids, your dad is a cheat and a liar. Number 2, kids, your mom doesn't mean much. She's not worth much. Number 3, honor is not nearly as important as pleasure. And number 4, my personal satisfaction is more important than you are. Such a devastating message goes out with the sin of adultery, and David committed that sin. And although David got it right with God, you read Psalm 51, he got things right with God, and God did forgive him. There's no indication in the Bible where he ever got things right with his kids, and they knew what was going on. You don't get in the inner circle of the workings of the palace in Israel, and you're not a king's son or a king's daughter, that you don't hear things and you don't do the math as far as when Bathsheba had a baby and how all that came about. Doubtless they knew. David never said anything. Never said anything to them. Never made things right. Hey, example is so critical before your children. And when you blow it, as we all blow it, humbly seek forgiveness from your children.